The foundation grew out of the enthusiasm that was generated by Vatican II. In 1962, there was a great ferment worldwide thanks to John the 23rd, who called for the Second Vatican Council. The foundation is a result of that initial enthusiasm. Originally, Father Robley Whitson, who was head of theology at Fordham, and Dr. Ewart Cousins, who taught spirituality at Fordham, were engaged in the early formation of this institution. The intent was to respond to the enthusiasm for ecumenical dialogue between Protestants and Catholics. Up until that time, there hadn't been much. But with Vatican II, as the Holy Father said, the doors and the windows of the church were opened wide, and dialogue and relationships between Protestants and the Roman Catholic Church and her clergy became increasingly important. And consequently, this institution was created specifically to respond to that initiative, originally hosting educational programs for Catholic priests and women religious at the Mercy Center in Madison, Connecticut, and also at the Institute's facilities in Bethlehem, Connecticut. Father Robley Whitson, Dr. Ewart Cousins, and a plethora of other Catholic theologians were involved in training programs for Catholic religious and clergy to inculcate a sense of positive relationship and dialogue with the Protestant world. 20 years the institution functioned in that capacity and in those facilities. And then in 1982, the decision was made to move the institution to the Midwest, to Indiana, and we were initially hosted at the Fatima Retreat Center on the campus of the University of Notre Dame. When the Institute moved to Indiana, the intent was for it to secure a state charter from the Secretary of State authorizing the institution to engage as an educational research institute in publishing, in research, and in education for those engaged in ministry professional work. One of the distinctive characteristics of this foundation is that it also, by charter, has been authorized to award graduate degrees, making it a unique phenomenon within the state, and we suspect probably within the country. So as an educational foundation engaged in research, publishing, education for those in ministry professionals seeking advanced training, the foundation commenced its work here in Indiana. First on the campus of the University of Notre Dame at Fatima Retreat Center, later moving to Ancilla Domini, a convent nearby, but ultimately arriving with its senior administrative staff at the Dodge House, which is our permanent home for educational programming and administration.